Have you ever looked at your legs and thought, why do I feel weaker than I used to? You haven't stopped walking. You try to eat well, but for some reason, getting up from a chair feels a bit harder. Climbing stairs takes more effort. Maybe you just chalk it up to getting older. And yes, aging does play a role in muscle strength. But what if I told you there's something hiding in your kitchen cabinet that could be silently making it worse? It's something most of us use every single day without thinking twice. It's in your frying pan, your salad dressing, and even your so-called healthy snacks. I'm talking about a type of cooking oil that's become extremely common in American homes over the last few decades. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's in almost everything. But what most people don't realize, especially those of us over 60, is that this oil may be doing more harm than good. In fact, it might be slowly weakening your muscles, increasing inflammation, and robbing you of the energy and strength you used to enjoy. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to open a door, to show you a small change that could make a big difference in how you move, how you feel, and how you live every day. In this video, we're going to explore what this oil is, how it affects your body, and what simple steps you can take to protect your muscles, starting right now. You don't have to give up flavor, and you certainly don't have to give up hope. There are healthier, affordable, and delicious alternatives that can help you stay strong and independent for years to come. So if you've been wondering why your body doesn't feel quite as strong as it used to, or you just want to make smarter choices for your future, this video is for you. Stick around until the end, because we're going to give you everything you need to know to take back control of your strength, one small decision at a time. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks, everyone. Now let's get started. Number 1, meet Carol. She thought her diet was healthy. Carol is 72 years old and has always been proud of how she takes care of herself. She's the kind of person who cooks at home most days, avoids fast food, and watches her salt and sugar intake. She figured she was doing everything right. But recently, she began noticing something troubling. Her legs didn't feel as steady. Standing up from the couch took more effort. Her arms felt tired after folding laundry. She assumed it was just the normal aging process catching up with her, until a conversation with her daughter changed everything. Carol's daughter, a dietitian, asked her a simple question. "Mom, what kind of oil do you use when you cook?" Carol was surprised. "Just the usual," she said. "Vegetable oil, sometimes canola. That's what the labels say is heart healthy, right?" Her daughter paused. "Actually, those oils can cause more problems than you think, especially when it comes to muscle health." That moment started Carol on a journey of discovery that we're going to explore together in this video. You see, many seniors like Carol are unknowingly using oils that contribute to inflammation inside the body. The most common culprits are vegetable oils like soybean, corn, and canola oil. Oils that are highly refined and processed. These oils are often promoted as healthy, but they're extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. And while omega-6 is an essential fat, too much of it, especially without enough omega-3 to balance it out, can lead to chronic inflammation. What does that have to do with muscle weakness? A lot more than you might think. When your body's in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, it's like there's a fire burning inside your tissues. Your muscles don't recover as well. Your joints feel stiffer. Your strength slowly fades, not because you're not active, but because the foundation of your muscle health, your diet, is working against you. Carol had never heard of any of this before. Like most people, she trusted food labels and followed what commercials said. But after switching to olive oil and avocado oil for cooking, she noticed a gradual but real difference. Her legs didn't feel as heavy, her morning walks became more enjoyable, and she began feeling like herself again, just a little stronger, a little more in control. Her story is not unique. It's happening in households all across America. The truth is, we've been told for decades that certain oils are heart healthy without fully understanding their impact on aging muscles. But now we know better. We know that not all fats are equal, and the type of oil you use could either help protect your muscles or quietly make them weaker over time. So take a moment to think about your own kitchen. What oil do you reach for when you cook eggs, stir-fry vegetables, or bake something for your grandkids? Could that small daily habit be having a big effect on how strong you feel today? In the next section, we'll dive deeper into exactly how these common oils trigger inflammation in the body and why that matters so much for anyone over 60 who wants to stay strong and active. Stay with us. It gets even more eye-opening from here. Number 2, how certain oils cause inflammation and muscle loss. Let's talk about Jack. Jack is 76 and still loves working in his backyard. He's always been proud of staying active. He mows his own lawn, fixes things around the house, and even helps his neighbor carry groceries. But over the last year, he noticed something strange. After doing his usual chores, his body would ache more than before. His muscles felt sore longer. What used to be just a good workout now left him feeling drained for days. His doctor ran tests, but everything looked normal. So what was going on? Jack's nutritionist asked about his diet, and one thing stood out. He was cooking everything with corn oil. Whether it was eggs in the morning or chicken in the evening, he always used the same oil because it was cheap, easy, and labeled as heart healthy. What Jack didn't know is that oils like corn, soybean, and even canola are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. These fats, when consumed in large amounts and out of balance with omega-3s, are a hidden cause of chronic inflammation. Now let's simplify the science a bit. Your body needs both omega-6 and omega-3 fats to function well. But the modern American diet is flooded with omega-6s and almost devoid of omega-3s. This imbalance leads your body to produce more inflammatory chemicals like cytokines, which interfere with muscle repair and regeneration. Think of it like this. Your body is trying to rebuild and strengthen your muscles, but there's a constant low-level fire getting in the way. This inflammation doesn't cause pain immediately. It's sneaky. It builds up over time, weakening your muscles little by little. For seniors, that's a big deal. Your ability to walk, lift, or even keep your balance depends heavily on how quickly your muscles recover and respond to everyday activity. If inflammation is slowing that process down, you're not just feeling tired, you're losing muscle mass without even realizing it. There's even research to back this up. Studies have found that diets high in omega-6 oils and low in omega-3s are associated with a higher risk of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. This isn't about avoiding fats altogether. It's about choosing the right ones. Your muscles need support, especially as you age, and what you put in your frying pan can either feed inflammation or fight it. Let's go back to Jack. After learning about this, he made a few small changes. He started cooking with olive oil instead of corn oil. He added more omega-3 rich foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and wild-caught salmon to his meals. And within 2 months, he noticed he didn't feel as sore after yard work. His energy came back. It wasn't magic. It was just better fuel for his aging muscles. So let me ask you, how much omega-6 oil is sneaking into your meals each day? Are you unintentionally feeding the very inflammation that's holding your strength back? In the next section, we'll look at how these oils are hiding in everyday meals, even the ones we think are healthy, and what you can do to spot and avoid them without giving up the foods you love. Get ready, it might surprise you. Number 3, the hidden danger in your everyday meals. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 68, retired, and living what she calls her freedom years. She enjoys brunch with friends, orders takeout when she's too tired to cook, and keeps a few frozen meals in the freezer for busy days. She even buys light salad dressings and snacks labeled heart healthy. But despite all that, Linda started noticing that her legs felt heavy after meals, especially lunch. Her arms would feel weak when she tried to lift anything heavier than a laundry basket. Is it just age catching up? She wondered. The truth? It wasn't just age. It was the oils hiding in almost every meal she ate. Most of us don't think twice about the oils used to cook our food, especially when we eat out or rely on packaged foods. But the reality is, highly processed seed oils like soybean, corn, cottonseed, and canola oil are used in almost everything, from restaurant stir-fries to crackers, baked goods, dressings, and even canned soups. Why? Because they're cheap, they last a long time on shelves, and they make food taste rich and comforting. But here's the problem. These oils are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids and have undergone heavy industrial processing, often with chemicals and high heat. This creates compounds that not only promote inflammation, but can also produce free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells, including muscle cells. Over time, eating meals cooked with these oils becomes like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire inside your body. For older adults like Linda, that means increased inflammation, slower muscle recovery, and more fatigue after everyday tasks. What's worse is that many healthy foods marketed to seniors still use these oils. You might be choosing a granola bar thinking it's good for you, only to find soybean oil listed right at the top of the ingredients. Or that light salad dressing might be drowning in canola oil, counteracting your good intentions. So how do you take back control? Start by becoming a label detective. The next time you're at the grocery store, take a look at the ingredients list, especially on dressings, sauces, snacks, frozen meals, and baked goods. If you see vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, or corn oil listed in the first few ingredients, it's a sign that product may be contributing to internal inflammation. If you're eating out, don't be afraid to ask what kind of oil the restaurant uses, especially if it's a place you go to often. Many chefs are happy to substitute olive oil or cook without oil if requested. At home, try replacing seed oils with olive oil, avocado oil, or even butter in moderate amounts. Small swaps like these can dramatically reduce your intake of inflammatory fats without sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. Linda started making those changes, choosing restaurants that use better oils, swapping her store-bought salad dressing for a simple homemade olive oil and lemon combo, and slowly replacing her processed snacks with whole foods. Within a few weeks, she felt less sluggish after meals and more energetic throughout her day. She didn't do anything extreme, just became more aware of what she was putting in her body. And that's really the point. Awareness is the first step to change. So let me ask you, how many of your healthy meals might be hiding harmful oils that weaken your muscles without you even knowing? In the next section, we'll talk about what kinds of oils you should be using and how some oils can actually protect your muscles, reduce inflammation, and support strength as you age. It's not just about removing the bad. It's about adding in the good. Don't miss it. Number 4, better alternatives. Oils that support muscle health. Let's meet Robert. He's 74 and a retired firefighter who prides himself on staying sharp and independent, but for a while he noticed that his body didn't bounce back like it used to. After mowing the lawn or helping his grandson move a few boxes, his muscles would ache for days. He felt like his body was aging faster than his spirit. That's when a friend at his local gym, another senior who had gone through a similar experience, shared a tip that changed everything. Try switching to olive oil. It's not just about your heart, it's about your muscles too. At first, Robert was skeptical. Could something as simple as cooking oil really make a difference? But he gave it a shot. He swapped out his canola oil for extra virgin olive oil and started using avocado oil when he needed to cook at higher temperatures. Within just a few weeks, he noticed less stiffness in the mornings and more endurance during his daily walks. So what's the deal with these oils? Why are some oils better than others for aging muscles? Unlike highly processed seed oils, oils like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and flaxseed oil are rich in monounsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids, the kinds of fats your body loves. These healthy fats don't just sit in your system causing inflammation. In fact, they fight inflammation, helping your body repair muscle fibers more efficiently. They also help support your cell membranes, improve circulation, and even protect against oxidative stress, all essential for seniors who want to stay active and mobile. Let's take extra virgin olive oil as an example. It contains compounds like oleocanthal, which has anti-inflammatory effects similar to ibuprofen, but without the side effects. Studies have shown that diets rich in olive oil, like the Mediterranean diet, are associated not only with better heart health, but also with better muscle preservation and function in older adults. That means more strength, more balance, and less risk of falling or feeling worn out after simple activities. Avocado oil is another great choice. It's stable at high temperatures, making it perfect for cooking. It also has a neutral taste and is packed with nutrients like vitamin E, which supports muscle recovery. And if you're looking to sneak in some plant-based omega-3s, flaxseed oil, used cold in dressings or smoothies, can help balance your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, calming down that silent inflammation we talked about earlier. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start small. Try switching your salad dressing to one made with olive oil and lemon juice. Roast vegetables with avocado oil instead of vegetable oil. Add a teaspoon of flaxseed oil to your morning smoothie or yogurt. Even just replacing half of your cooking oil with a healthier alternative can begin to shift the balance inside your body. And remember, this isn't about dieting or being perfect. It's about giving your muscles what they need to thrive. You deserve to feel strong, you deserve to move with confidence, and you can help make that happen with something as simple as the oil you cook with every day. Now I want you to pause and take a look in your kitchen. What kind of oils are sitting on your counter or in your pantry right now? Could switching them be the beginning of a stronger, more energetic version of you? In the next section, we'll share a real-life turnaround story that shows just how powerful these simple changes can be. One senior's muscle strength returned, without medication, just by changing his cooking oil. You won't want to miss it. Number 5. What happens when you switch? A real turnaround story. George is 80 years old, a retired mechanic with a love for walking through his neighborhood every morning. For years, his routine was the same. He'd wake up, make breakfast with a little toast, eggs and hash browns, cook it all with a splash of vegetable oil, and head out for a slow-paced walk. But over time, those walks got shorter. His legs felt heavier, and sometimes halfway through, he'd have to stop and rest on a bench. "I guess this is just what happens when you get old," he'd say with a shrug. But then something changed. One day at his senior center, George attended a wellness seminar. The speaker mentioned how certain oils, especially the common ones like canola and soybean oil, can contribute to muscle inflammation and weakness in older adults. George was intrigued. He never thought much about cooking oils before. To him, oil was just oil, but that talk made him curious enough to try something different. So George went home and made a simple switch. He replaced his vegetable oil with extra virgin olive oil. That was it. He didn't go on a diet, didn't start lifting weights or taking supplements. He just swapped one oil for another. Within a few weeks, he noticed something surprising. His legs weren't as tired. He wasn't looking for the bench halfway through his walk anymore. After a month, he was doing the whole route again, and even added an extra block. This isn't magic. It's science and common sense working together. When George removed the inflammatory oils from his daily meals, he gave his body a chance to recover. His muscles weren't constantly fighting a silent battle anymore. Instead, they were getting support through the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties found in olive oil. His circulation improved. His recovery time shortened. His energy returned. You might be wondering, can one small change really make that much of a difference? The answer, for many people, is yes, especially when that change reduces something harmful and replaces it with something helpful. You see, the body has an amazing ability to repair and bounce back, even in our 70s, 80s, and beyond. But we have to give it the right tools, and food, simple, everyday food, is one of the most powerful tools we have. So take a moment to think about this. What if you're like George, just one small change away from feeling more energized, more mobile, and more in control of your health? Could something as simple as switching the oil in your frying pan be the quiet breakthrough your body's been waiting for? In the next section, we'll tackle the most common concern people have when switching oils: taste and cost. We'll show you easy, affordable ways to make the switch without sacrificing flavor or blowing your budget. Let's make healthy eating feel good again. Number 6, tips for making the change without sacrificing taste. Margaret is 70 and lives alone in a cozy little house she's owned for over 40 years. She loves to cook, especially comfort foods like baked chicken, mashed potatoes, and warm vegetable soups. But when she heard that the vegetable oil she'd used for decades might be contributing to her recent leg pain and low energy, she felt torn. "I don't want to feel weaker," she told her daughter, "but I also don't want to give up the foods I love." And maybe you feel the same way. The good news is you don't have to sacrifice flavor, and you certainly don't have to spend a fortune to eat healthier. Making the switch to better oils is easier and more delicious than most people expect. Let's talk about taste first. Many people worry that olive oil or avocado oil will change the flavor of their food too much. But in reality, high-quality extra virgin olive oil adds richness and depth, especially when used to roast vegetables, drizzle on toast, or mix into a dressing. Avocado oil, on the other hand, is almost flavorless and works beautifully for high-heat cooking like stir-frying or baking. Margaret found that by using avocado oil for sautéing and olive oil for her salad dressings and baked chicken, she didn't lose any flavor. If anything, she said the food actually tasted cleaner and more real. Next, let's talk about cost. It's true that healthy oils can seem more expensive at first, but when you buy small bottles, store them away from heat and light, and use moderate amounts, they last longer than you'd think. Plus, when you use better quality oils, you don't need as much. A tablespoon or two goes a long way. Margaret began budgeting for one small bottle of olive oil per month and made it last by keeping it in a cool cabinet and using it thoughtfully. As she put it, "It's worth spending a little more now if it helps me avoid feeling tired or ending up in the doctor's office later." For those who want to ease into it, here are a few simple tips that Margaret used to gradually switch over. Try one change per week. For example, switch your salad dressing first. Then a few days later, try using olive oil to roast your vegetables instead of using spray oil or margarine. Make your own dressings. A basic mix of olive oil, lemon juice, a pinch of salt, and a little mustard or honey is both healthy and delicious. Use avocado oil for higher heat cooking. It doesn't smoke easily and has a neutral flavor, making it perfect for frying eggs, grilling meats, or baking. Avoid waste. Store your oils properly in dark glass bottles, away from the stove or windows. This keeps them fresh and potent. Treat your oil like a tool, not a flavor. Remember, it's not about pouring oil everywhere. It's about using it strategically to support your health while still enjoying your food. Margaret didn't change everything overnight. She didn't throw out every bottle in her pantry or give up her favorite meals. But she made thoughtful, step-by-step changes. And today she says her knees feel less stiff, her energy is steadier, and she's cooking with more joy and confidence than she has in years. So what about you? What small, simple switch can you make today that your future self will thank you for? Are you ready to trade inflammation for energy, stiffness for strength, and confusion for clarity, just by choosing better oils? In the next and final part of this video, we'll bring everything together. You'll learn how one small habit, like switching your oil, can have a ripple effect on your entire body. Let's wrap it up with a look at how to protect your strength and independence for years to come. So as we've seen throughout this video, the type of oil you use in your kitchen isn't just a small cooking detail. It can play a major role in how strong or weak your muscles feel as you age. For years, many of us were told that vegetable oil, canola oil, and soybean oil were healthy options. But we now know that these processed oils, especially when used every day, can fuel inflammation in the body, quietly weakening muscles and draining the energy we once took for granted. The good news is that it's never too late to make a change. Swapping those inflammatory oils for better choices, like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or flaxseed oil, can reduce that internal fire, support muscle recovery, and help you feel more mobile, balanced, and alive. Real people like Carol, Jack, George, Linda, Margaret, and maybe even you are proof that small, thoughtful shifts in daily habits can lead to big, life-changing results. Your muscles are not just tools for movement, they are your independence. They allow you to walk confidently, lift your grandkids, stand tall, and keep doing the things you love. Protecting them doesn't require extreme diets or expensive supplements. Sometimes all it takes is asking one simple question: what kind of oil am I using today? So here's your invitation. Look in your pantry. What's sitting there right now? And what could you replace it with that would support your strength, your health, and your future? Every time you reach for that bottle of oil, you're making a choice. You're either feeding inflammation or fighting it, supporting weakness or building resilience.